everybody. Oh, yeah. Hey. No applause tonight. Oh, the last 15 minutes have been kind of crazy here. But welcome to the Heart of a Villain, the podcast and live stream devoted to the bearded villains' worldwide brotherhood and the lives they are changing all over the world. You guys are awesome for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for chilling out on a Friday night. This is episode 78. We are trucking along toward number 80. And just reading in some of the comments section, I love how everybody's able to chime in, come in a little early during the countdown timer, talk with everybody else that's watching, and share some good news, share some good times. And those people that are here every single week live on a Friday night or Saturday morning over in the UK, I appreciate you guys so much. I can't say that enough, but I'll get into my hectic last 15 minutes beforehand in just a couple minutes. It's funny how it always seems like, best laid plans, right? You always plan to be able to be here and get this thing kicked off. I do anyway. I always plan that, around 6 o'clock, about an hour out, I want to have everything ready to go, the system up and running. But for some reason, it just seems like there's a glitch here or there's something that happens here. Somebody calls, you have to deal with something right before the 7 o'clock hour. And today was something just like that. So quick story, and let's. I don't know if I have fun, good music for this to back it up, but this is my story time music, and it's not fitting of what this is. But so anyway, I go upstairs. As you know, the studio here is in the basement. I go upstairs to get my beverage of choice to last me through the podcast and to make sure the beard's not in terrible shape. Got to look decent for the camera, do all what I got to do, and go upstairs. And usually I want to say, hey to the little one, the little 6-year-old, to Skylar, because she's running around wondering where daddy is. And I couldn't find her. Now, those of you who have had small children know that that's not always a good thing. So I start asking, anybody seen, where's Skylar? Thought she was on the back porch in the sunroom watching her shows. Her iPad's there, the TV's on watching something else too, but she's nowhere to be found. The doors are locked. She can't get through those doors to go outside, so that's okay. But she's somewhere in the house. We're not sure where and what she's up to. My wife goes down the hall and discovers just outside the bathroom. She's been doing this potty training thing for herself, and she's very, adult about it. She wants to be on her own. She rarely even tells us when she has to go. She just sneaks in and goes, and then wants to tell us after she's done. She's so excited. That's been going on for months now. So today, she goes down the hall, and just outside the bathroom door, she notices that there's water standing in the hallway outside the bathroom door. That's not a good thing. Proceed to open the door, and a pantless small child standing there, proud as can be that she has basically created herself a small little pool on the floor. A soaked towel is in the sink. The toilet seat is up. It's a big mess. We don't know where all that water came from, but it's not all good, I'm sure. So yeah, this happened about 10 minutes before countdown time. And so we have to race to try and figure out, make sure there's no leak anywhere, get all the towels on the floor, get all the towels sopped up, everything, put rug out in the, get rugs moved, get everything out. Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. But hey, that's such is the life of having a child. So, by the time we got to that point and got to almost to the ending of the cleanup phase, she just kind of said, you go ahead, I'll finish up, and thank God for her. But, the life of having small children sometimes. You never know what you're going to get, right? Like that box of chocolates Forrest Gump was telling us about. So, so I do apologize to some of you who were, we did start the countdown timer just a couple minutes late today. So I do apologize for that. But hey, there's reasons, right? There's reasons, and such is life. So hope you guys don't count that too much against me, but we're going to have some fun tonight. This one, I have been, and I say this every once in a while, you hear me say this before, I've been waiting to talk to so-and-so. Well, one of our brothers down south has been very difficult to track down. He's always on the go, running here, there, wherever else, doing some vacations with his spouse. He's doing vacations with the kids, doing family stuff, business stuff, wherever he's always on the go. And so I wanted to make sure that one of these days I could track him down for an interview. And we got it done for this week. I didn't think we would, but we did. So our interview guest this week, we're going to have him on in just a few minutes here. Our interview guest for this week is Mr. Phil McCracken, the bearded wonder with the crazy mustache, skateboarding fool, man of a million faces, names, and everything else. I'm excited to share my conversation with him. I have always said for a while now that Mr. Phil, he has the most amazing / eclectic / inspiring / fun Instagram, one of them that's out there. And I say that because he's one of our brothers. He's one of these guys that's out there. He shares everything, it seems, on Instagram. He comes across something just walking down the street. He's going to share it. He has some random thought somewhere. He's going to share it. And it's just so funny because it really lets you in on his personality. He lets you in. You kind of like you're stepping into the mind of Phil. And so I encourage you, we cover some things that he talks about on Instagram. But boy, do I encourage you, if you are not following him already, and even if you are, chances are you may have missed some of his posts. So definitely go out there, check out these posts that he's making. And, you know, I mean, I've seen posts that he comes through on his stories that just crack me up. And it's not so much because they're hilariously funny. It just cracks me up because it's like, I would have never thought to get my phone out and record this happening to me, but he does. And it's great. It's gold. So we're going to celebrate some time with Phil here in just a few minutes. But as I always do here, I want to thank those of you who are here live, at least those that I can find. Now, some of you don't know how this works with YouTube. On YouTube, you can watch and just hang out and watch. If you're a subscriber, or if you are a subscriber on YouTube anyway, a member or whatever they do, where you have a guest page or whatever, you can actually come in and comment. I think you may be able to even comment as a guest now. But those people that are here and hang out with us during the countdown timer, chit chat with us, I like to take a couple minutes out and just say, hey, how you doing? Acknowledge their efforts to come hang out with me on a Friday night, because there are so many other things you guys could be doing on a Friday night. So I'm very appreciative, especially out. This is like the second week. I wish you could have like a 360 shot of my studio here, but I have a window just over here and looks outside. And the funny thing is that this time of year, the sun is staying up later. And the last couple of weeks, it's been kind of funny because I still see daylight out this window. And that's always kind of weird this time of year to be doing the podcast that's normally at night. And so from here on out for the rest of the summer, the rest of the spring and summer, I'm going to have daylight coming out. So I got to block out that window so that I can have the ambiance and the look that we go for here on The Heart of a Villain. So, guys, I want to say, Rob, always here, always here. I see I am here. Yes, you are, Rob. Jay, of course, Jay's here with us too. He hangs out all the time with his better half. Of course, I'm not getting in trouble for that because he knows it's his better half. Charissa's in the house as well, I saw. Jay, Marcelo, how you doing, buddy? Hope things are well up there. Mr. Maldonado from the Treasure Coast. Don't say that yet. Well, technically it is the Treasure Coast. I guess you can say that. Just don't attach the other stuff to the end of it yet. We'll get into that. That might be a surprise for some people. But yeah. Josh, how you doing, buddy? Charissa already said you are here. Nick is here. We've got some other people here that I can't see because they're not commenting, but that's okay. Those of you who are here, I really appreciate you for hanging out. Mr. Irishman, of course. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Sook is here. Oh, do we expect any more? Do we expect any less from him? Sook is in the house. Incidentally, he's hanging out because probably because I did give him a little heads up that there's a little part of a conversation with Phil that makes a brief mention of him, and he's probably curious what that was. Good times, guys. So thank you again. If this is your first time, please get over there, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff over on the YouTube. It lets us know you are here. It lets us know that you want these videos, the live streams and all that stuff. Really important to keep our numbers up. Let's get that subscriber count up. Okay. So guys, I'm going to flow in here to what I normally do is I try to start off the show, the first part of the show here, sharing with you some merchandise stuff that's out there in the nether regions, that's out there in the Netherlands of BV circles. Different chapters, different brothers that are trying to do some things to raise some money for nonprofits, to raise money for their chapter nonprofit, to raise money for some charity efforts that they're doing. And so we're going to kick this off. Now, several of these are from the same as last week, so I'll go a little bit quicker than I did last week on them. But keep in mind, some of these are ending very quickly, as in, I believe, even tonight. As a matter of fact, while I'm here, I'm going to check a message that I was waiting to receive to find out if they're done yet. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do, well, I'll get to that one in just a second. Rocket City, our Rocket City villains. They are still doing a benefit for Riley Center in Huntsville, Alabama. These are some cool autism awareness merch, a blue shirt, a gray shirt. They got a patch. Hit up our brothers, rocketcitybv.bigcartel.com. And I believe this is the last week for this. I will be told otherwise. If that's the case. And if it is, then I'll be back to remind you later next week that that's not the case. So Bearded Villains over at Rocket City Bearded Villains, the autism awareness shirts and a patch. Grab that stuff while you can. $15 to $25. The patch is $12. Okay. As I said before, last week, we've got some brothers over in Hungary that are chapterless villains that are raising money on behalf, I believe, of one of their brothers' relatives, a sister, I think. And so they're trying to send some kids to summer camp. For 15 euros, they have a cool autism patch that says, "I love someone with autism." Very simple, but very beautiful patch. Very well done. So hit up our brothers. One of the brothers on Instagram is the one to go through, and that's Toas Leves. I don't know how to say that. One of these days I'll find out how. It's TOJASLEVES1 on Instagram. Or hit me up if you need me to give you a direct link to them. All right, DSV5's coming up. The Bearded Villains Mississippi North and South patches are $8, a gold one and a non-gold one. Silver, I think it is. That's what I've been calling it. And those are $8. And then we slide over to the specific DSV5 merch. They got a ton of different shirts available. So all of this stuff's available at bvnorthms.com. bvnorthms.com. They've got their Back to the Juke Joint shirts for DSV5. Tons of different options. Hit those guys up. Grab some of the good stuff. All right. The one thing I was waiting to hear back from is to find out if this was off sale yet, and it is not. This sale ends at midnight tonight for Bearded Villains of Kentucky. They're trying to acquire their nonprofit status, so hit up the brothers, bvky.bigcartel.com. They have a pre-sale ending at midnight tonight for 2 different shirts and a patch. They've got a shirt that's bound by Brotherhood, and then they've got their official logo on the front of on the back of another shirt. So very cool stuff. bvky.bigcartel.com. The sale ends at midnight. Very affordable shirts, between $15 and $20. Also, please, guys, do not forget, if you're in the area, please get on your calendar. There's the crawfish broil to help out one of our brothers down in Louisiana. On the screen, you'll see, hit up any of the Louisiana brothers. for the links, but they're trying to raise some money for a service dog for one of our brothers down there. The event specific to do this is on May 2nd, I believe it is. And man, it's gonna be a really big event. So let's support each other as we always do. Help out a brother who is in need for funding for a service dog. That is that. And then the last one I've got just came out. I saw today. Our brother Gator, Beardville in Southern Indiana, has started up a partnership, I believe, with he's calling it 5 Points. And we saw a few weeks back he had a shirt and patch for sale, a hoodie, I think, as well. At 5points.bigcartel.com, he is also selling a summer release shirt. Very cool, bright, bold color. And it's benefiting the homeless and troubled youth of Outreach, Indiana. The shirt is between $18 and $25, depending on the size. Very cool logo that he came up with. Maintaining that logo with just a different color scheme. Very cool. 5points.bigcartel.com. And that is all. I'm out of breath. That is all of the merch stuff that I have right now. Oh, okay. Deep breath. Those of you who stuck all the way through that, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, are we ready? Are we ready to hear from our brother down in Florida? As I said before, I've been waiting to talk to Mr. Phil, Mr. McCracken, for some time. He is such a unique dude with a heart of gold, and he offers it up to anybody who needs help. So I look forward to, if you do not know him, this is what I wanted you to gain from this. I wanted you to see his heart. I wanted you to see what he's about. Reach out to him. If you see him at an event, run up to him. He is one that you need to know, and you need to know well. So here is my interview with episode 78 with Mr. Phil McCracken. My guest today comes all the way from Florida. He is a man that is a legendary, as far as I'm concerned, a legendary Instagram profile. He has been around with Bearded Villains since way back in 2014. He is the one, the only Phil McCracken. Phil, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, and thank you for that intro. This is very humbling.
Oh, no, dude. I'm serious. It's funny because as I was looking, as I've been planning on trying to talk to you for a bit, I keep watching your stories and I keep watching your Instagram profile, and it's funny because some of our guys just do the bare minimum Instagram stuff just to kind of keep up with whatever they feel like they have to keep up with. Other guys really make it a part of their life, and you actually can you just feel like you get a glimpse into their daily lives, and you're one of those guys. So you're always fun. You're always fun to watch, and I love it when people will just get the camera going for the what seems to be the most benign thing, but it
Right.
just lets you into their psyche a little bit, lets you into their thought process, like you're standing right next to them, and you're certainly one of those guys for sure.
Well, I like to show people I'm real. I don't hide anything. So even when people show up at my door, and of course I always invite anybody who ever wants to come over to stay the night and all that. So there's nothing hidden. So you can see like anything that's going on, from day to day.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. What you see is what you get, and
Exactly.
and it's awesome, man. So as I've said, this might be the first chance some people have to maybe, hopefully not seen you, but to actually hear from you and hear, your story and where you've come from. Bearded Villains, how it started out for you in 2014. So let's kind of do a little rundown of get to know Phil here. Where can you take us back to 2014 when you found the Bearded Villains and how that kind of evolved for you?
It's funny. They found me. I was just posting pictures of my beard growth. I did the No Shave November for a friend of mine, for my grandfather who passed away from colon cancer, and I could always grow a beard, but I never grew it. And then I just kept growing it. So I found Instagram as an outlet to keep posting photos of my beard growth and also my family. And I had a picture um, that was taken from me and then DM'd to me and asked if they could use it on their profile. And it was a picture of both my girls giving me a kiss on
Oh,
either
wow.
side of my face. And it was Von Knox, Frederick, asked if he could post it on his page. And it was the Bearded Villains page. And this is way before chapters or anything. And I said, yeah, sure, you can do it. Nope, you can use my photo. I don't mind. And it grew from there. He asked if I want to be a part of like this growing brotherhood of bearded gentlemen. And I'm like, well, I saw a lot of the pictures, and they're all models, and I'm just a normal father of three. And but he was doing something different. He was making it bigger for like the common guy with a beard, and making it into a charity and family and everything I'm about. So and with brotherhood and breaking the whole stigmata of the beard. When people look at you, from a distance, judging a book by its cover, kind of thing. So yeah. So then chapters formed. I was in Georgia at the time, and I was the only patched member. Um, and then we started Bearded Villains of Georgia, and I didn't become captain or anything because I didn't want the responsibility. And it was really good, but then it got a little crazy, because it was all for one kind of like it was more like when they said go get your land and your territory and just go ahead and just take what you want. That's how it felt like, when chapter started.
Oh, geez.
It just went kind of crazy, and some drama started, so I backed out a little bit. But um but but I've always stayed with them, and I love it. I mean, I've met so many people
Oh, yeah.
from the whole organization. Overwhelming. It takes you. I mean, you can never come back out of it. It's like once you're in, you're in. You can't just like. There's guys I know that stepped out and said they never come back and stuff like that, but I don't think I can. I have so many friends and
Yeah.
you know, good friends too involved now. So it's a great organization.
So you actually were one of the originating members in Georgia then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. I
take
think it was September or November of 2014. I
wow.
got the prospect patch. Yeah. And then then the next November, I think it was I got my 2014. Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's funny that you referred to it as kind of that time period where everybody just kind of you were looking for your land and everybody free for all type of thing because more than one person has actually mentioned uh, those beginning days as kind of the wild wild west. I've heard that from several people
it was.
that came out of that 2014 2015 period where it was just kind of crazy and nobody really knew where it was going to go. There wasn't a whole lot of direction so much at the beginning and
Structure, what there was really no foundation or structure for any chapters, so it was more like a lot of guys took it as like this is my time to shine. You know all the selfies started coming, like flooding the the
yeah.
interwebs. you know so but I mean, it's all good and everything, but I'm finding it to be getting better and better every year. It just gets better and better. I mean, I'm not saying the last years were bad, but it just every year sets the bar with beer villains. I see, and
Yeah.
with everything, I'm sad to see from COVID, it knocks some stuff down, but I mean, you could see other things, come back and repair it just like that, just like the world meet. I mean, it's sad, some of the borders are closed and the brothers can't come over here, but we're still going to have it in Miami. Chicago will hopefully, get their shot at it next year. But yeah, it's great.
Now, going back all that time, then in your eyes, since you were there from the beginning stages of seeing this growth from what was essentially nothing to what it has become today, what's been the most kind of the most amazing or the coolest part about the growth of Bearded Villains to you that you've seen over the years?
Well, I love networking. I love networking with people. Networking. I come from my background is in computers and building servers and stuff. So there's that network side, but networking with people is this like, it just brings happiness to me. So, getting to know guys and just building friendships and becoming like, not all family is blood. So, I mean, I have some really good brothers out there I could call like in a second, and talk to them if I have like a problem, like if I'm feeling down or something. And I know there's a lot of guys out there that could do that too, for other brothers they know. So, just bringing the whole brotherhood together, I would say. It's really helped me a lot. I suffer from depression, so I mean I'm not gonna say anything that that a lot of people scared to say, but and it's great. You can just talk to somebody whenever you want.
Yeah, that's, to me, I've known many people in my life before I found Bearded Villains who you would kind of assume, and this takes you back days, but being 2017, when I found Bearded Villains, I'm going back even, decades ago per se, when you'd kind of think that somebody might be suffering from depression, but back then it was taboo. You couldn't even mention it. You didn't want to admit it to anybody, even your closest friends. And one of the things that I've really, really found a true love for within the Bearded Villain community is that that whole phrase that I've been saying on the podcast now for a while, it's okay not to be okay. Bearded Villains really embodies that it's okay not to be perfect. And your brothers are going to be your brothers.
Right.
And they're for you regardless. And it doesn't have to be somebody that you're super duper close to.
Exactly.
It could be another guy that just hasn't heard from you in a bit from another country reaching out.
Sure.
And
sure.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah. I watch a lot of like, brothers' stories and everything, and I get connected with their stories, and you can see when someone's having a bad day, just how they work with their posts. And there's been some brothers out there. One brother that's really missed out of New Orleans area in a few years back. He was going through some rough patches, and you could just see it through his story. And then now he's not with us. Rest in peace. But it's always good to have an outlet out there for for people who are like more of an introvert.
Yeah. Well, I laugh. I mean, I don't say laugh, but it's always interesting to me when you see people like yourself who, to look at your Instagram profile, and this is what I love about your personality as a person, to follow you and to see there's a joy to the way that you post things in your Instagram, and there's a joy that you in a way that you share the world through your eyes.
Okay.
And I think it's really refreshing to see, because so often people that do suffer with depression in any way, shape, or form, a lot of times they're afraid to open up, and they're afraid to let people into their life. And so I think that's what's really refreshing about what you help include us with in your life through your Instagram profile. And it's just a small snippet, but it's really neat to see. And I think, and it's probably not the first time you've heard it, but I think you'd probably not be surprised to hear that you could be an inspiration to other people just from what you share with us.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people inspire me. So, and if I could channel them through me, and I could channel it throughout, it's a happy medium. I love seeing people win. I like seeing people go beyond how far I've gone. It makes me happy. Like, so that's my favorite thing in the world. So if you could get a bigger smile than me, then I'm happy. So
That's great. That's great. Well, I was told to ask you. A buddy of ours knew that I was going to be talking to you, and I was told to ask you about your Puerto Rican roommate.
Baby Glock.
Yes, old baby Glock. And if there were if there were any fun stories that you wanted to share about old baby Glock.
Well, he loves to say "I love you" a lot.
That's one of the things exactly that he said.
Brian is he's like my brother. I mean, I hit him up yesterday to see what he was doing this weekend, and sadly he has to work this weekend, and because I wasn't doing anything this weekend, so maybe we could hang out. But yeah, Brian, Baby Glock, it's any world meet now. It's like he's like, did you book your room yet with me, or am I booking the room? It's like a thing now. Yeah. So every world meet, but yeah, that Puerto Rico world meet was really fun. That was a good location where the hotel was, and they had a 24-hour pool. I'm a little bit older, so I went back early, and I think he stayed out there till the next morning, out with a bunch of other guys in the pool, just drinking. But every time he came in, they grabbed something to drink. It was always like, "I love you, Phil. Phil, I love you." I'm like, "Are you awake?" I am now. But, I love Baby Glock. Yeah, he's a 2014, yeah. And he's he's a great guy. Yeah, he's good. He's a good guy to talk to if you have a problem. We all go through some shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And what's funny is you look back now, and he's again one of those guys that he had some really emotional connections and emotional stories about his life that he shared here on this podcast as well. And you guys actually have another connection in your love for skateboarding.
We do. We both built skateboard ramps, as you can. Oh, wrong hand. Yeah. The camera's backwards, as you can see in our houses. So, yeah, we both love skateboarding. And so, we're older guys who love skateboarding and just sharing it with a younger crowd. And whatever we can do, we help out, with it. So, yeah.
Now, for our viewers, they may be aware, because you share static photos a lot of times of you with a skateboard in hand, whereas, as we know, Brian likes to share videos of him actually skating on his ramp in his garage. You are not, however, in your garage, are you?
No, I'm in my bedroom. So let me see if I could move this. So this is okay. So this is there's my bed.
Wow.
There. And then there's the treadmill, and there's the bathroom beyond there. So here's one part of the ramp, and then
as you can see.
So yeah, the ramp is inside. Yeah, Baby Glock has it nice also, but I think I beat him with the air conditioning.
Yes, you do. You do beat him with that is so funny. Yeah, just for everybody's edification, that is his bedroom where he sleeps, and he's got his ramp in the bedroom. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, COVID hit, and I had some blue tape, and I We had some room, and I had some extra wood, and I told my wife, I said, I'm going to build a ramp in here, and she said okay. She didn't believe me, and then COVID hit, and then I started building a ramp. Some of the houses were getting built down the street, and I asked if I could salvage some of the wood that was in the dumpsters, and they said, yeah, take it. So I did, and this formed. So my wife is very supportive.
I was just going to say, you have to have the world's, now I know you guys have been together for a long time. You have to have
Yes.
the world's most supportive wife in the world.
She is, yeah, since 1988. So yeah, she's, matter of fact, she just walked in now, home, but yeah, she's very supportive. And again, it's a give and take relationship. It's like, there's never, if I want to do something, of course I ask first. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So never take her for granted or anything. So
Yeah. I think too often we forget. We don't forget, but I think maybe sometimes. And now I'm not going to say you. I'm probably one of them. But with a long-standing partner that you've been with for a long time, my wife and I are 25 years this year.
Nice.
But it's, sometimes I feel like I don't give her enough credit for, all the different changes in my life that she sat watching. And now Bearded Villains is one of them as well. Cause I wasn't always like this.
Right.
At one time I had to be clean cut for work for many, many
Uh-huh.
years. So our wives, our spouses, everybody that's in Bearded Villains, you're nothing if not for the support of the people that are in your family and that support you with this. Because I think to really get all out of Bearded Villains that you can, you have to have the support of your family.
There was some sacrifices here and there, um, some arguments here and there, money issues here and there, because traveling to some of these meets are the cheapest, especially when you add up airfare, hotel room, food, and everything and stuff like that. So but now you get to know a lot of the brothers, and you just share a room and just or just crash in their house and stuff, for meets. But now everything's, it's great. I mean, she accepts it. I don't know if you knew that we're starting a chapter here, in another Florida chapter
I
here.
have heard a little scuttlebutt about it.
Right. So we have one patched member as of now. I know they changed it from 5 to 10 just when we started last year. So we're still working on it. We have 3 prospects right now. So it's a total of 5 right now, guys. But yeah, it's going to be called the Treasure Coast. I don't know if I could say it legally because I wasn't allowed to post the other word.
Okay, I got you.
So it's Treasure Coast,
That's gonna be your identifier,
right? So, but it's some good group of guys here, and they love their community a lot. They're all from here, and they're born here, so it's like it's a no-brainer. Yeah. So, yeah, I live in like in a kind of a dead zone. I'm like 2 hours from Orlando, 2.5 from Jacksonville, 3 hours from Miami. Swamp Side's another 2 hours. It's like it's a big dead zone right here. So I went to the board. I talked to all the Florida captains, and they all okayed it, and sent me their love, saying if you want to get into this, it's going to be it's going to be rough. I know Danny 305 told me it's something it's a full time.
Yeah.
And I talked to my wife about it, and so she was there, to help out. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. Long you get some good guys under you, I think it'll work out just fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's 100%. Yeah, and you've got. I think you're in a perfect situation there because you have so many other leaders from BV to fall back on to assist you with some advice and different things. I mean, you've got some people that have been around like yourself for a very, very long time that have been in leadership positions for a very, very long time as well. So, like anything, you can just reach out to them too, for sure.
Yeah, which is great. It's like nothing. I could drive down to Miami and go talk to Danny, or drive up to Jacksonville and talk to Chris, or just drive over and talk to Big Sook. It's like those guys.
Well, let's not.
Means the
You
world.
don't need to talk to Sook.
Oh, maybe not him.
You don't want to talk to
Yeah,
Sook. What do we? What
he's
do
always,
we? Fuck Sook.
he's always talking.
I-
He's in every chat room chatting it up.
He is. Yeah. Sometimes I have this vision of him just sitting down and just watching chat and just waiting and for the perfect moment to pop in and just be like, ah, and just stick that dagger in there and just twist it a little bit. And then he's the typical guy. I love that he's, as they say, sometimes I just like to drop a grenade and see what happens. It's that's he cracks me up that way. It's awesome.
He does. He's funny because we're both from Jersey, so we both have that Jersey mentality.
Oh wow.
So yeah, he's a good guy. But yeah. So yeah, having the support of all those captains, all those leaders. I mean, even the scouts out there, like Suti, has been helping out a lot. He helped me with my first full patch member, Leo. A lot. So I mean, just having those guys on board. Chev's from the beginning. So all those guys.
Yeah. Sudi helped me out a lot too with some advice when we were starting this chapter up here in Northern Indiana last year.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. Really is, but it's also, like you said, it's pretty much a full-time job. It feels like at times, just to kind of get off the ground and start things off, because I think you could devote less time to it. But then that initial impact, the initial burst when you come to life as a chapter, is going to be so much smaller and less significant than it could be. And
right.
you endanger the future, I think, of the chapter if you don't do everything right from the get-go. So
right.
That's good that you're aware, that you're paying attention to that, and you're really focused on that for sure.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see the future of next year, how this blossoms. We just had our first major meeting yesterday, and so many ideas and stuff were just coming out of, and it's like this is gonna work. This is definitely gonna work, So yeah, so it's gonna be fun.
That's awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to that for sure. I can't wait to announce.
Thank you.
To be here where I'm sitting right now. One day to be able to announce, I am here to officially announce the existence of. That's going to be an awesome day. So,
thank you.
I'll definitely remember that. That I get to the day that I get to do that for sure. What's the? Because people are going to ask me this. I get questions sometimes from people after I interview them.
Sure.
I get questions. Did you ever ask him about this? I'm curious about this, and rather than them reaching out and asking, I try to be preemptive.
What does Phil do? Is that it?
Well, that might be one of them. Yeah.
Well, what do they ask about?
What do you do? I've heard. What's he do for a living? Because he's all over the place all the time.
Yeah.
And one person I heard once ask about the pizza hooligan. Remark on your IG, what that's all about.
Okay.
So if you want to expound on either one of those, by all means.
Sure. Well, Pizza Hooligan is just because something in Jersey, Jersey has, I say, the best pizza, so, and I love pizza. So, yeah. So that's where Pizza Hooligan comes from. So
trademark.
I'm not a pizza. Yeah, trademark. I'm not a pizza aficionado. I'm not really a pizza snob. I just love pizza. I don't down deep dish pizza, but I will make fun of it, but,
So you and the BVC boys have a little beef.
Yeah.
Friendly.
So, yeah, it's kind of like, they think I put ketchup on hot dogs, and I'm like, no, just pizza should be folded, not like, you shouldn't use a fork and a spoon to eat it, like out of a soup bowl or whatever, So,
I
but yeah,
understand that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And
is it okay to fruit your pizza?
um, like pineapple, you're trying to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah,
Sure.
fruit the pizza. Is that okay with you,
Yeah,
or are you a
yeah.
diehard
I
don't
do.
fruit my pizza thing?
No, no. I'll put pineapple with ham on it.
Okay.
Pineapple with bacon and ham. Yeah,
All right.
that's good. My wife's a vegan. Been a vegetarian since eighth grade, and been vegan for 4 years now. So, so yeah, we eat a lot. We eat a lot of fruit and vegetables here. So I don't mind, exploring my palate a little bit. So yeah.
Wow. Well, let me, before I forget to ask that, I need to follow up on that. What's that? Because
Uh,
you're not vegan and you're not
no, no,
vegetarian.
no, no, not
What's
at
that?
all.
Is that strange in the house with one of you one way and one of you not?
No, we just make. I'll make the protein, and she'll make the, whatever. Like tonight, we're having just I think we're having salmon tonight, and then she's making all like the sides. So she'll make her own side for the other sides.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy. It works out. You
That's
know,
cool.
yeah, and she
Yeah.
makes some really good. I mean, there's some really good vegan dishes out there that I enjoy. It's just you know. I'm like a one pot kind of guy. I like putting everything in one pot, like a pot roast,
Yep.
or like and just let it go all day.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
So, but I'm not into the prep work.
Same thing.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I love the crock pot and the Instapot now that's out there. I love
yep,
just let it all feed in there and then let it soak in its own juices with everything else.
yeah,
And
exactly, yeah, yeah,
I'll get my veggies, but they're going to be veggies soaked in beef sauce. So, I mean,
yeah. Why not?
I don't care. That's great. That's
But
great.
yes. So, and also the other question was, what do I do?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I drove a truck for right out of high school years ago. 92, I graduated. I just started working in a warehouse. So, and then I saw the truckers coming in, with their nice trucks and their like big sleepers in it and everything. So I got my CDL and I started driving for 11 years. I drove for 11 years.
Wow.
So I drove over the road, hauling dry freight, and then temperature controlled freight. And then I said I want to make more money, so I started hauling cars. So I hauled cars for 10 years out of Florida, Georgia, Brunswick, Georgia. So yeah,
No,
so
thank you.
yeah,
No, thank you. I've seen from my law enforcement background too many of the guys coming into town with their rigs struggling with areas like our town where it's small narrow streets that they're trying to navigate, and I would not want to be them for I don't care how much you pay me.
oh
I
yeah,
would not want to be a part of that because you're
it's
driving into I mean unless you have the same route over the highway all the time and
right.
you're going from one
Yes,
factory to another that's right off the highway where you're always in open areas. I would
right,
not want to
right.
try to go to an unknown area with GPS and hope that that street's not going to be closed and I got to figure out no way.
Now, there's been plenty of times I've drove down to Miami and I'm parking in the middle of the road, unloading my cars, and I'm driving in the middle of the road because the trees are overhanging, and I have 10 cars on my truck and trailer, and I don't want to get scratches on those cars, and they're all Mercedes coming out of Georgia, so it's like, it's after a while, luckily the economy tanked in 2008, and I was getting anxiety just driving already. So a new door opened. I went back to school, and that's where I went back for computer science, and I went to PAX administration, which is at the time they were moving X-rays into digital.
Okay.
So I went for PAX administration, which is picture archival communications. So I did that, and also I went the network support route. So, and that's what I was doing. I started going to the health side of it. I didn't want to be stuck in a hospital. I just started doing the network side of it, and I was building servers for companies and updating them, and just
Damn.
doing that.
Man of many talents.
So
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you forever, but I do have a fun little segment that I've done a few times here. Actually,
Sure.
I think you're maybe only the second person to endure this.
All right.
I'm taking a page out of the TV show that does the Hot Wings commercials, or the Hot Wings were the Hot Wings challenge.
Okay.
And one of the things that he does is that he brings up Instagram profiles, Instagram messages from people, or not Instagram messages, but their pictures, and says, "Hey, can you tell me a little bit about this picture?" And that's on your profile, just to tell us a little backstory, because there might be an interesting picture. So, I'd like to do that with you with a couple of your pictures, if you don't mind.
How deep did you go?
I didn't get too crazy with it, but
Okay.
I didn't. You have like 4,000 pictures posts on your Instagram, so I couldn't spend all day there, but I'm sure I could get. I could take a major deep dive.
Go ahead. I'm game. It's
all right.
always fun. Oh, yeah.
So this one here, I read the narration behind it,
Sure.
but it made me laugh because there's so much going on in this picture.
Yeah. So that day, it was during COVID, and my Jersey girls came down. That's what I call them. They're all my friends from Jersey. They're all strippers, and we went in my RV driving around, and we went to a thrift store. And I was wearing I have that purse. I bought that purse. It's in my closet. I bought that jacket also. I didn't buy the book, but I took the photo, and I said, if you can't make a change or something, change your outlook or something. I think it says something like that, change your outlook in life or something.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, so
it's so funny. There's just so much going on there. The fact that there's a purse on your arm and a head tattoo and the Justin Bieber book, and I mean, and the coat. I mean, it's one of those priceless pictures. It's almost like you just looked for everything you could possibly do just to do a picture. And I think the only thing missing is, well, you've got the glasses on, and maybe if you went with like Elton John sunglasses or something really flashy.
Sure. Something, some Swarovski crystals or something. Yeah. But awesome. I do own that jacket now, and I own that purse. It's in my closet, and I will be. That purse rocks. So I mean, if I
does it have fur on it?
Yeah, it does. It's like I think it's real fur too. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Whatever.
Okay. So
right.
we got that story. I like this one too. What's the story? This is obviously in a school classroom.
Sure. That's my wife's an art teacher in an elementary school, but at that time she was a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
So here's me helping her set up her classroom, but I'm being like a bad kindergarten kid, saying I could do what I want because I know people, and by knowing people, my wife being the teacher,
Okay, this is crazy because that's almost word for word exactly what you posted. And how long ago was that post?
Oh, I don't know, like maybe 3-4 years ago, I would think.
Yeah,
maybe.
And the fact that you remembered almost word for word what that post was. Yeah. What kind of a crazy memory do you have? Or are you just one of those guys that can pick that stuff up?
No, I try to make my pictures like not just I try to capture my pictures with some kind of like motto or something like that'll stick,
Yeah, you do. You do.
Sometimes, just so it, if it's like inspirational or something with like a stupid picture, with a lot of humor put into it. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, it's great. I did notice that too when I was scrolling through when I was trolling your Instagram. I noticed that it's never just, oh, it's Tuesday,
right.
You don't have many of those.
No.
Now who does, do you do a lot of pictures on timers, or are the ones that you're not like, that can't be selfie, or you having other people take those all the time?
Sometimes I just prop the phone up and put it on a timer, and I'll run up there like 10 seconds and then take a picture. Or I'll have my wife now, do some pictures for me. Like, hey, take a picture of me. Like, yeah, there you go. That's my wife.
Okay.
So we went on a family trip up to North Carolina, and so we hit some roadside attractions with the kids,
Yep.
and so that was a caboose of I think it was in North Carolina, and
Okay.
so it's just how the train guys are always hanging off the side. So
Okay. Was that like a train museum or something?
it was just like a roadside attraction.
Okay.
They also had, I think it was like by Greensboro, North Carolina. I would think. And it's small little town, cute town. But it was it was fun. So my wife took that picture though.
Okay. Last one here.
Okay.
This one I'm sure has a story behind it because it looks like from the description, this was not posted by you on your own Instagram profile. It looks like it was posted by somebody else.
Oh, that was yeah. So that was at an Irish bar, and I do a lot of. I've been doing that time of that month. I was trying to do a lot of photos of me just like laying down in like awkward places,
Okay.
and I was gonna like do like a whole collage of pictures of say get up Phil,
Okay.
And so this band was playing, and I just laid there for a couple minutes, and then my wife took the picture, and then I just got up. So I have a whole bunch of pictures I haven't posted of me just laying in like different places,
Just
like
laying down.
like just laying down, like while they're playing and stuff. And there's like people sitting at the tables drinking beer and stuff. But I mean, half the people were probably drunk, so.
Oh my gosh.
Remember.
Perfect
So,
example of what I was saying earlier. One of the most unique Instagram profiles out there. He devotes an entire series of pictures to just laying down wherever and that's not there's other ones I didn't have time to actually screenshot and share on the system here, but there's so many others that are just like, it's obvious there's a theme here for a series of 2 or 3 pictures, but man, that's awesome. I love that.
I appreciate it. I just like to have fun, and anybody who's with me or I could bring into the picture, and just like put a smile on their face. It just makes me happy. It's just like the saying, I treat people the way, what is it? Treat me the way you wait. I will treat you the same way you treat. What is it again? What's that saying?
Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can see my memories going.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. So, just, don't be a dick.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
So,
exactly.
and just be real with people. I mean, like, and don't be a yes man, because, a lot of people like always, yeah, I'll do it. And then, like you count on those people and they don't come through. And, then you're like, oh man, so, I mean.
Yeah. All right. Well, the last thing I want to ask you before we get you out of here is,
Sure.
you're in the processes now of starting up this new chapter, and there's new guys coming in, and you've done this. You've been a part of something like this before, so you've been a part of this back in the day, and now here you are, all these years later, doing the same type of process again. What could you tell because we do have a bunch of listeners on the podcast that are hopefuls. And this is an avenue by which they're just being introduced to the bearded villains. What would you say to these guys coming in about just how to take full advantage of everything that's out there?
Just first of all, be genuine. Be yourself. Don't try to showcase what you don't have or anything. Be out there to help as much as you can, I mean, stay connected as much as you can, a hello text to anybody, in the morning, to anybody, goes a long way, just like, just saying hi to a random stranger, could brighten up someone's day. And just be real. I mean, that's all I strive on, just being real,
Love it.
So that's why I invite anybody over, to come to my house. I don't know if you ever seen. There's a lot of people that come stay at my house, meet my family,
Yeah.
become part of my family,
Part of your family, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, when, everyone, you know, gets to be real and not have to be, we live in a world of like the internet, and anything can be like fake,
Yeah.
so, and feed off of other fakeness. So, yeah.
Yeah. This is Phil McCracken. One hell of a dude, man. I could talk to you for hours, and I can't wait to see you back down in Florida, hopefully later this year.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to that.
August.
August, I'm looking forward to it. Now, I've heard a rumor.
Yeah.
Can you confirm? I haven't talked to anybody officially about it, but I heard a rumor that there was supposed to be a Florida summit again sometime this fall. Is that still in the works? Do you know?
Oh, I haven't heard anything about that yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll keep teasing it on the off chance that it is, and then we'll see if it actually happens.
Yeah.
Until I get yelled at.
My nemesis is that app Line.
Oh yes.
I can't. It's just so many chat rooms, and there's so much going on. It's
Yeah. I think I have invites pending right now for 3 different ones that people have invited me to without even asking me. They just send me an invite to a room, and I'm like, I've already got. I can't keep up with the 30 I'm already in. So
right.
I get you.
Yeah,
all right, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for this today.
Man, this has been fun. Anybody that's not following Phil, he is Phil PHIL _ McCracken, just like you'd think. McCraken. Dude, I'm happy I was able to talk with you. And
thank you. Come over, skate, have a Truly on me.
I won't do a Truly. I won't do Truly.
A ginger ale.
No, I'll do a beer or I'll just bring my own.
Okay.
I'll just bring my own.
Yeah.
I'll just bring my own bottle. I'll just bring my own bottle of bourbon, and we'll just do it that way.
Oh, there you go.
And I can't skate, so I'll just watch other people do it.
No, yeah, we just sit on our butts and go back and forth.
There we go. All right, man. Phil, thanks so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you this year, and just keep killing it.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to the exciting things that Treasure Coast is going to bring us in the future.
I appreciate it.
All right,
always. Wait, what side is it? Here it is.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. The BV.
BV. All right, buddy. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Rock on. Love you.
Peace. All right, Phil McCracken. One hell of a brother. Wears his heart on his sleeve. You can see it, guys. You can see it. If you've never met him, you got to find a way. Find a way at one of these events, and check him out on IG. Find it. Follow all of his stuff. Great words there. Great words. Be real. Be genuine. Don't be fake. Don't aspire to be something that other people are. Don't aspire to be something you think other people want you to be. Be yourself and be genuine. They don't get much more genuine than him, man. So really cool to see. Thanks so much, Phil, for taking some time out. Great interview, and I appreciate you taking a little bit of time out to show a little side of yourself that maybe some other people haven't seen so far. So that was really cool to see. If you are looking for an all-natural beard oil that will not only tame your beard and coarse hairs, but make your beard soft and smell amazing, check out Pulpo Beard Oils. Veteran-owned and made for today's beards, Pulpo beard products combine the best beard ingredients on the market with incredible customer service to ensure your happiness. Whether you need beard wash, beard oil, beard balm, or some fun clothing, Pulpo is the place to go. Feel fresh, feel savage, feel confident with Pulpo Beard Oils. Go to Pulpo Beard Oils, that's Pulpo beardoils.com, and use the code The Heart of a Villain for a discount on your order. Okay, so funny story here. I just realized as I was playing that little promo, it didn't even occur to me. Normally what I do, my routine here is to play the promo after play that promo after an interview. Not even realizing, of course, that not even paying attention to the fact that old Phil there, the one that was in the interview, is a rep for Gibbs. So terrible timing for that by me. I should have held off and not done that right then. But as you guys know here on the podcast, I don't hold allegiance to any one beard company. I've had a few send stuff into me for review, and I'm all about supporting the efforts of other brothers that have beard oil companies, and different things. So I apologize for the timing of that. I will say, if you are interested in help him out a little bit, because he is a Gibbs guy. If you if you want some good stuff, I have used Gibbs before and I really liked it. They have some really unique scents. So I'll just take the second out to help them out a little bit too, and say hit up Phil or any one of those other brothers that's out there sporting the Gibbs stuff. GIBS. I'm sure it's a link on his Instagram profile. But yeah, so that was on me, and because of that, I probably very easily deserve this. So I apologize. Bad timing on my end. All right. So, hey, it happens. Things like this happen. I'm going to slide into the calendar of events now, and we'll see what we got here. We got a few events coming up. Let's see, what is our date today? Boys and girls, being that it's April 9th, of course, coming up in May here, we've got a few things. We learned a few episodes back, we learned that May 14th through the 16th is the Mexican meet when we talked to Kike from Durango. May 14th to the 16th is the Mexican meet in Durango, Mexico. If you're able to go, if your borders are open and you can swing down there, hit up Kike or hit up any of the Durango brothers to find out about the Mexican meet. May 14th through the 16th. Then May 21st to the 22nd, DSV5. We've talked about it a few times here. We got the merch online here showing, we've talked about it. DSV5, it's hosted by our brothers in South Mississippi. It's in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. May 21st and 22nd. DSV5. Gonna be a blast. Going into June 11th and 12th. June 11th and 12th, we have the West Coast meet in Denver, Colorado. I don't have any specific details for that one yet. I do know it's being held in Denver, but hit up our brothers in Colorado for further information on that. June 11th and 12th, the West Coast meet in Denver, Colorado. That same weekend, if you're not near Denver and you're closer to Knoxville, Tennessee, our Bearded Brothers Smoky Mountain chapter are hosting the Knox Villains event. It's an annual event that they've been hosting for a while. June 12th is the actual event, but the weekend is the same weekend, 11th and 12th. Knox Villains, hosted by the Smoky Mountain Bearded Villains. They raised a ton of money last year for that guy, for that event. Okay, scrolling into July 16th to the 18th, the Bearded Villains New York Upstate chapter has their 1 year and counting event. I guess they're going to keep that name probably 2 year and counting, 3 years as they go on. It's in Lyons, New York. It's a meet and greet on the 16th with a barbecue. They have, on the 17th, they have a charity softball game and pig roast, and a farewell brunch on the 18th. July 16th through the 18th, a really long weekend of fun and mayhem, I'm sure, as they would say. Bearded Villains New York Upstate. That's 1 year and counting. Good things, good things. All right, scrolling into September 2nd to the 6th. I've not heard anything more about this, if it's canceled, still going or what, but it was on the calendar at one time. So, the Villain Cruise 5, hosted by Bearded Villains in Sweden and Finland, leaving from Barcelona, Spain. Hit up Finland or Sweden chapters September 2nd through the 6th for Villain Cruise 5. September 10th to the 12th is the Four Corners meet. That's the weekend of fun that is only for brothers. Brothers only, nobody else, just brothers. Four Corners meet, it's hosted by the brothers in Phoenix, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. And it is held in Cortez, Colorado. This is an outdoor camping adventure weekend of amazing times. Guys that have been there before have spoken so highly of it, and it can be life-changing, I've been told. I've not been able to make it out to that. So, very cool stuff. That is the Four Corners meet, September 10th to the 12th. Then September 24th to the 26th is the East Coast meet. East Coast meet hosted by the Bearded Villains of West Virginia. It's being held in Parkersburg, West Virginia, just a few hours away from me, so I'm excited to scroll over there for that guy. East Coast meet, September 24th to the 26th, hosted again by the Bearded Villains, West Virginia, in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Then we've talked about it a few times here recently in the last few weeks, the Miami National Meet. It's now Miami International Meet, I guess, something like that. August 13th to the 15th. Now, this replaces the World Meet that was not able to be held in Chicago. So, we're crossing our fingers for Chicago for next year to finally have the blowout we've been all waiting for up there. But Miami stepped up and is hosting the Miami National/International Meet, August 13th to the 15th. If you have not booked a room yet, what are you waiting for? Because rooms have gone fast, super fast. Hit up our brothers in Miami, get into the Miami chat, which was the World Meet chat, and it was renamed for this time being. Get in there, get your reservations, because I would hate to see you without a room. August 13th to the 15th. And the last thing I got on here is October, somewhere between the 14th and 18th. Possibly, I mentioned it. Maybe there might be a Florida Summit. I don't know yet for sure. But I've heard rumor. Maybe. So, I don't know. What am I supposed to think? I don't know. Guys. All right. We're going to slide out of this guy here. So I had a question in chat. How would a beard company get a commercial on here? The way that is done is somebody just needs to reach out to me, and usually what I like to do is talk to them directly. I prefer either by me paying for and or receiving some sort of a demo product, because one of the things that I've been a big stickler on is I don't want to just willy-nilly be mentioning or advertising any companies on here that I've never tried. I think there's a little bit of quality control that goes into that, and there's a little bit of trying to stay, transparent. And so I give honest reviews, and it's not so that I can review, but it's just so I know that it's quality stuff that I'm telling our brothers to try and pick up. I would request in exchange, we'll talk details later, but hopefully there can be a promo code or something so people can find it a little easier. But if anybody is interested, as somebody said in the comments, just hit me up in the direct message line, in a direct message, and we can work out the details on that. If somebody's interested in furthering some knowledge. I've been asking for a long time, anybody that has beard companies that's BV related, if you want me to mention or go through that, hit me up and we will talk details getting that started. Absolutely. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in for this episode 78 of The Heart of a Villain. Remember, you can still buy shirts, patches, pins, all the good stuff. Listen to all previous 77 episodes at theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. Remember, I've got t-shirts, got pins, I got poker chips, I got patches, you name it, whatever. It's all out there. Heartofavillain.simplecast.com. More importantly, all previous 77 episodes where you can get all sorts of inspirational interviews out there from some of our brothers, as we did today. I want to challenge all of you guys, I always do, guys, to be the villain that the world needs you to be, because the heart of a villain never stops beating. And guys, as I always plead with you and always remind you, remember, as always, it's okay not to be okay. If you are hurting, please find a brother to talk to. Remember, as always, it's okay not to be okay. So for now, guys, have a great night. Enjoy the weekend. Have a great weekend as a whole. Have a great week ahead. Take care. Stay safe.
Shelly told 3 stripes we on. Hey, you know the BI, it's BV Worldwide Fantasy. Stateside across ponds, no borders. I am my brother's keeper. Keep your facial features covered. Stay feeling one brotherhood, one ship.